On the morning of February 28, 2026, an Israeli F-15 Eagle strike package burned through the sky, locked on a direct course for Tehran. Their target was Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. For over 3 decades, he had ruled a nation of 92 million people, cultivating an aura of absolute invincibility. Building an authoritarian regime of that scale takes 36 years of relentless political and military engineering. So how did the entire power structure collapse in exactly 60 seconds? Khamenei's obsession with security was forged in 1981. During a Friday prayer service, a bomb hidden inside a tape recorder exploded inches from his chest, paralyzing his right arm. From that moment, he constructed a system designed to keep him untouchable. He began by consolidating absolute political control, even forcing an amendment to the Iranian constitution, so he could secure supreme leadership without meeting the strict religious requirements. He backed that political monopoly with staggering resources. He built a $95 billion financial empire known as Setad, completely insulated from parliamentary oversight, and grew the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps into a massive, fiercely loyal military wing. Following a punishing 12-day war with Israel in 2025, Khamenei added a final layer of physical security. Beneath his fortified compound on Pasteur Street, he constructed 2 massive bunkers buried deep within the bedrock of Tehran. Reaching that subterranean shelter required a highly specialized elevator. The ride from the surface-level offices down to the reinforced blast doors took exactly 5 minutes. This strict geography dictated his entire routine. He slept exclusively underground, only emerging into the surface-level buildings to conduct meetings during the daylight hours. By retreating behind rings of institutional wealth, military loyalty, and tons of subterranean concrete, Khamenei isolated himself almost entirely from standard external threats. You cannot directly strike a target buried under bedrock, so the CIA and Israel's Unit 8200 shifted their focus from the Ayatollah himself to the environment directly above him. Intelligence agents first hacked directly into Tehran's municipal traffic cameras. This gave them a permanent, real-time visual feed of every vehicle moving along Pasteur Street. Next, they penetrated the local cell phone towers. While Khamenei himself operated like a ghost, his security detail, drivers, and aides all carried phones, creating a massive trail of digital footprints. Agents fed thousands of these mundane data points, everything from when the trash was collected to the exact timing of guard shift changes, into predictive algorithms. The machines automatically mapped out the hidden rhythm of the compound. The physical fortress was impenetrable, but the people running it were highly predictable. After months of monitoring, the algorithms flagged a major deviation in those routines. The data pointed to an unusually large gathering of Iranian officials scheduled at the surface-level compound on the morning of February 28th. The target list was staggering. Intelligence confirmed the incoming presence of top Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps commanders, the Iranian defense minister, and even Khamenei's own son, Mojtaba. But a daytime strike presented a massive tactical problem. If a single guard on the street spotted inbound fighters and picked up a radio, Khamenei would easily have the 5 minutes he needed to ride the elevator down to the bedrock bunker. To prevent any early warning, Israeli and US forces simultaneously triggered a localized digital kill switch. They flooded the cellular network immediately surrounding Pasteur Street with dead static, severing all communications. Unable to send a single text or radio call, the entire Iranian leadership apparatus was completely trapped in the open air. Hundreds of miles outside Iranian airspace, the F-15 Eagles released their payload, advanced Sparrow missiles. Instead of flying straight at the target, these air-to-surface ballistics pitch violently upward into the upper atmosphere. They then use military GPS to guide a hypersonic, sheer vertical drop straight down onto the compound. From the moment the missiles broke the atmosphere to the total leveling of the concrete structures, the entire kinetic strike lasted barely 60 seconds. The impact was absolute. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and his top military commanders were eliminated instantly in the resulting shockwave. His son, Mojtaba, survived only by stepping outside for fresh air moments before the strike, inheriting a completely fractured power structure. Before the dust settled, a wave of follow-up bombing runs dismantled Iran's remaining air defenses and radar installations, fully severing the head of the regime. A leader can spend half a century pouring billions into an analog fortress of concrete and absolute political control. But when facing an adversary that weaponizes data, it only takes 1 minute of exposure to bring the entire empire crashing to the ground.